College football news coming at you. Bell notification. Like the channel, subscribe, and share as we push through Championship Saturday. And last night started off the fun and games and the carnage and chaos that is the Final Four of the college football teams to make the playoff, as the proverbial softies of college football now is now USC under Lincoln Riley. He has the proverbial soft team that can't handle the play physically up front, that has a horrible, atrocious defense where they were manhandled physically once again by the Utah Utes and Kyle Whittingham up there in Utah, where they bullied them up front, even though their Heisman Trophy candidate, maybe the guy that's probably still going to win it, Caleb Williams, played a tough game, played a gutsy game, showed his true toughness after tearing his hamstring or pulling his hamstring early in the game in the first quarter. But the proverbial softies of college football, coach switches teams, but the team softness remains the same, as he's a finesse team. He has no power running ability, and he has no defense that has any physical fortitude, and he was bullied all over the field last night and got knocked out of the playoffs. No championship for Lincoln Riley in his first season in the conference, and no playoff appearance for Lincoln Riley in his first season. But what that does do and open the door is it opened the door wide open and let the Ohio State University Buckeyes, baby, get back into the playoffs, and they're going to be at minimum a 4 seed now going into the college football playoff. And after TCU, another pretender, lost against a good team down there in the Big 12 championship game, but they were bullied all day physically up front, and I still think they probably will make the playoffs, even though the college football world, media, and the bowl games want a Michigan, Ohio State University semifinals, a 2-versus-3 matchup. I could still see a 2-versus-3 Michigan TCU, depending on what happens today in the Michigan-Purdue Big Ten championship game. And as you can see down there already, Georgia's, the LSU scored. The Fighting Brian Kelly's have tied the game up there late in the first quarter in the SEC championship game. But if Michigan, and the Fighting Hardballs win their second consecutive Big Ten championship, and the Georgia Bulldogs win the conference championship out of the SEC against the LSU Tigers tonight, I still think there's a chance it's 1 Georgia, 2 Michigan, 3 Fighting Horned Frogs out of TCU with only 1 loss, as I do not believe they're going to let Alabama in this year. I just don't believe they're going to, because TCU, as fraudulent as the top 25 wins some say they were, they beat 4 top 25 teams, and their only loss was to a team they beat earlier in the season, and a very good Kansas State team that, minus losing their 2 starting quarterbacks, their first and second string for a time this season, and without Adrian Martinez, their starter today, they might have been a one or at most 2-loss team and maybe making the college football playoff, right? So I still think the Fighting Horned Frogs out of Texas Christian University still may hold the 3 slot, but you can see here we were betting the upsets. We bet Utah plus 126. We took Kansas State plus 118. And then we got the Fighting Georgia Bulldogs and the defending national champion to take down and knock out, of course. See, this is how my life works. This is the ramp I need to get on, right? And I could have went 17 different ways. And the only reason I'm down here right now is because I took a different way. And what happens? The fucking freeway ramp is closed. Like, what a joke. That is just the epitome of fucking, like, I mean, you can't make that shit up, dude. Like, come the fuck on. So now we got to find an alternative route, and now this drive down that should take 35 minutes is going to take a fucking hour and a half because everything's fucking closed. The one ramp that I need to get on, closed. When I could have just went down fucking Gratiot to fucking 696 to 75. No. I fucking go the way I'm supposed to fucking go, and the fucking shit's closed. What a joke. But as we continue on with the college football news, I still think the Fighting Horned Frogs will have a chance there, as I was saying, to make it into the playoffs. But we took the Georgia Bulldogs, and we took another upset, which is, I still think I'm going to win this one, because I believe Georgia and Michigan are winning tonight with ease. And as you can see, they're already offering me $40 out of a $10 bet. That's a 300% gain, because I only need one more upset team to win, and that $10 turns into $214. And that's what we're hoping for. But in the chaos that was the college football championship Saturday, the upsets happened and the proverbial soft Lincoln Riley went down, and the Ohio State University and Ryan Day and C.J. Stroud and Marvin Harrison Jr. and the rest of those wide receivers are going to back and sneak their way into the playoffs, and they could get their rematch that they want in their very next football game that they play. If they get bumped up to number 3, Michigan State number 2, it's going to be a 2 versus 3, Ohio State versus Michigan in the college football national semifinals. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love. This was my instant reaction to the first half of Championship Saturday.